Hey YouTube, I'm back. It's been a year since I had the surgery. It's January 13th now. I had it on January 8th, 2013. It's been an amazing ride, amazing experience. I want to just touch base and talk a little bit about the lessons learned in this first year, talk a little about where I am and some of the challenges I'm dealing with, and the good things and the bad things. So I'll try to summarize it pretty quickly because a lot of it's already on my previous videos. There really isn't much new per se, but let's just give you an update on the stats first. This morning I'm at 220, which has been a little bit of a ride. People have been watching the videos know I've been at 215 for a little while. I'm at 220 this morning. The last couple months have been interesting. I was working for the 5K from July to October. I ran through October, and more or less I've been averaging about 215 for each of those months. Stopped running in November because it got too cold, and the average for November was 216, which was my first increase since I had the surgery. It was only 1 pound, but it was like a mental thing. You know, you see the increase, you're like, oh my God, I'm gaining weight. And then December came, and the holidays and everything else went up to 218, 219, which was interesting. You know, I knew I had fallen off the wagon a little bit, but I didn't think I had fallen off that bad. And I was continuing the exercise, just doing the elliptical inside instead of running. Since January, I've been 219, 220. You know, I don't quite know what to say. If you've been watching these videos, you know that at one point I said I could never imagine myself going down to 215. And then I said, well, maybe that's where I want to be. I'm thinking somewhere 215, 220 is maybe where I should just be focusing and not stress on the individual number. It's kind of crazy to chase the number around. But that's where it is right now. I'm not running outside. It's just too cold. As you can see, I'm dressed up kind of warm right now. So, you know, I think it'll just probably be at this 215, 220, or 220 number, I guess, until spring when I can get back out and do some more running. Daily calories, I'm aiming for like 1,800 net. 2,000 net is fine too. You know, there are days that are good and there are days that are bad, which I guess kind of segues into where I am at 1 year and some of the lessons learned. Health-wise, I'm fine. Blood work was fine. Everything was great for my 1 year appointment. Doctor was thrilled, called me a model patient, said everything is fantastic in that respect. No problems there, no problems with health at all. You know, if you've watched my previous videos, especially the one about the negatives so far, which gets the most traffic and I get the most comments every day, I can't keep up with the comments, to be honest with you, and I apologize if I don't respond to a comment. But it's at 36,000 views or something, and I just can't keep up. The negatives so far, that video really holds true. It was only 2 months post-op, but really everything I said in that video is still there. I'm still very cold. There's still, you know, TMI, some, if anything, constipated. The main thing, though, that I've learned from this year that I even knew back then was that this is a head game, serious head game. Doctor can only fix your stomach. He can't fix your head. And if you turn to food for comfort for your past part of your life, you're going to turn to food for comfort after the surgery. Not as much, okay? Not as much. You can't eat as much. But it's still there. Monkey's on your back still. Don't think it's a magic pill that all of a sudden makes everything go better. It's not. I still wouldn't trade it for a world, don't get me wrong. But you know, if you watch that negatives video and you come to this one to see how I'm doing it a year, I'll tell you pretty much everything in that video holds true still. And it's all treatable, it's all handleable, it's all the known knowns, you know, so to speak. But it's all there, and I don't regret doing the surgery for a minute. It's been the best health experience of my life, one of the best experiences of my life. Overall, just such a net positive. But it really is a head game. You really do have to have your head in it. You have to exercise. You have to watch what you eat. In fact, if you think you can get away with having food be less of a focus when you have the surgery, you're really mistaken. It's going to be more of a focus in some ways because you're thinking about every single thing you eat and how you can fit into that window. And you're sort of dealing with the, I'm not physically hungry, but yet I'm so stressed right now I want to eat some chips or I want to do something. So it's always there. It's not a pill that you take and it solves all your problems. You know, the exercise thing I mentioned, it's very important to keep that up. I found that I really do enjoy exercise. It's very good for my stress level. It's good for, you know, the weight loss, obviously. It's good for toning. You know, I saw something the other day that said, you know, you lose weight to look good in your clothes, and you work out to look good without your clothes, so to speak. And you know, there's some truth that I think I'm quite a ways from that, but there is some truth to that, and I can definitely see muscle tone from working out. I can definitely see better posture from working out. I haven't really had back problems recently. I used to have some back problems. Exercise definitely helps with that. I can see more definition in my body, which is really kind of cool. For 43, it's not something I ever imagined I would be saying and looking at. You know, so I think that there's been really nothing but serious positives to the surgery. I would definitely encourage people to find out more about it. You really can't let the small things, you know, I'm on a message board and someone says, oh, you know, what if I'm catheterized during the surgery? Big deal. You know, like, oh, what if I can never eat, you know, you name it again. Big deal. I've really found that there's not a lot that I can't eat. The things I've mentioned in past videos, like apple peel, still really aren't great, but I eat bread. I eat bread. Not a lot of bread, but some. I even had my first beer the other day. I had a Guinness, a little bit of a Guinness. I had about maybe 6 ounces-ish of a Guinness. I love Guinness. Have not had a beer since surgery. I had 300 extra calories for the day from working out. I said, you know what, I'm going to have a little bit of a Guinness and just unwind. And I drank it very slowly. Carbonation is not your friend. And I haven't had any soda or anything like that since the surgery, but I did have this Guinness, which is not a super fizzy beer, and boy, it tasted good, I tell you. And it was a good experience. I drank it over the course of probably 45 minutes, and it was cool. Kind of savored it. So, you know, I guess where I am right now, I'm down 80 something from the day I had the surgery. I'm down 130 something from the day I walked into my doctor's office. 140 something from my all-time high in 1999. I can't thank the people enough who have written and watched these videos and commented and made it seem like a shared family going through this. I don't know how many more videos I'm going to do. As you see, the frequency is pacing off a little bit. Maybe every 6 months I'll think about doing one, or if something big comes up in the meantime. But, you know, really, if you want to get a sense for what's going on right now, not much has changed since that negatives video in terms of the negatives. And again, they're so small in the grand scheme of things that I can't even call them negatives. Just to embrace this new life you get and this new chance you get. It's almost like January 8th was my rebirth day, you know. You get another chance to do it. And this time you do it right. And you take care of yourself, and you make sure you only get one body in this life. You better make sure you take care of it. But I cannot stress enough that if you go into this surgery thinking it's going to be the cure-all, thinking it's going to be the easy path to lose weight, you know, in some ways it is. In some ways, the weight has come off and stayed off much easier than any other diet I've ever been on. But it's every day you're going to be struggling with this. Every day. Monkey's always on your back. Only easy days yesterday. Things I've said in every video lately, and they're really, really true. So, good luck to everyone. I don't know when the next video will be, but please continue the comments. I can't promise I'll respond to them all. Get support. Go to a support group or read online message boards. Watch through the videos. There's just some fantastic ones out there. And good luck to everyone. This is a great thing for you to consider and do. Get that life back. Get that health back. Do it for the people you love. Do it for people who love you. And I can guarantee you really won't have any regrets. So, happy 2014. We'll check in at some point later in the year, and we'll see how things are going. But right now, all is well, and just got to keep my head in it. All right? Thanks a lot. Take care.